But Mark, with what you're doing for the city and promoting our city and the conventions, talk to us about where we are, given the climate we have. We've gotten some, dings on our media and with our city, and we've gotten some, I want to say, not so promising and positive remarks from some of the media. We all know we have a great city, and every city needs help right now, it seems like. But I know you guys are just still doing a great job booking the conventions, and we haven't lost anything yet. Could you fill us in on where we are?
Be happy to. We are fighting against some headwinds like every other major destination in the United States. Coming out of COVID, there was a period of time where nobody was planning anything, whether it was a meeting planner planning a convention or a trade show or a family deciding where they're going to visit. So we're playing catch up right now, and I'll bring you up to speed as to where we are compared to where we were in 2019. It's a 24/7 type of job. We have a staff of about 80 people, and a majority of those people are salespeople. They're out and about around the world, actually, trying to convince people to come spend their money in our city. And why we do that is because we're an economic development corporation. If people come spend money in our city, we're going to generate that spending, which generates jobs, which generates taxes and retail and activity, and helps our economy move forward. New Orleans, for what it's worth, depends a lot on the tourism economy. Obviously, we'd like a more shared value of our economy with other industries. But until we get there, we need to rely on the spending that comes in from hospitality. And really, no other city, we believe, does it better than New Orleans. It's always ranked as one of the most hospitable. And from a standpoint of assets, the culture bearers, the number of people who are involved in the industry, who put forth the great restaurants and hotels and attractions and special events, particularly our festivals, we think we compete very, very well. It is difficult these days. We've had obviously some news coming out of the city and being sort of amplified by others in the media. And we share those same problems with other major urban centers. And,
Exactly.
What we need to do is our job, and that is to market the city and to, we want people to come here, have good memories of their visit, spend, enjoy themselves, and most importantly, share their visit with their friends and family and come back as often as possible. New Orleans is very unique in that it's a city that has about 60 to 62% repeat visitation, which means we've got people here who know us, they've come here off, whether it's for a weekend trip, a night trip to see a festival or a game, or they're here for more than that for a period of time. And so these people have become really our best influencers and our best ambassadors that share the great joy of New Orleans. And so we keep pushing forward. We invest where we can in improving the product. Over the last several years, we've placed millions of dollars into additional security into the French Quarter, for instance, and working with the NOPD, who truly, those men and women behind that badge do it better than anyone. I know we're considered to be short-staffed in some ways, but they're building that back up. I think the plan that's underway now, we feel has great momentum and should do a much better job for us. But we're going to continue doing our job, and that is to push the city of New Orleans. I shared with y'all earlier, and I think you can play this for us whenever you have the moment. We have a national brand campaign out there across the country that's seen mainly digital and online streaming services that speaks to the special nature of New Orleans. We did research, and we never put any creative out unless we've done some research behind it to show that it's going to work for us. And what we found out is coming out of COVID, what people needed more than anything else was to be with inspirational people, to feel like they could get out of themselves, get out of their homes and become well again and to be inspired. And so our research drove us to the national brand campaign that is now being seen. And Stephen, are you able to tee that up for us?
We got a lot of hungry people tonight. I want the fish in the oven.